Again, looking a little bit more elongated in terms of the definedness of that circulation there. So let's look at the correlation coefficient. And again, not seeing anything that stands out to let me know that this is actually a tornado in progress that's creating damage. So that's good news. And I do want to look at some of the storm reports here really quickly to see if we have anything being reported in terms of damage or anything of the sort. And I don't see anything coming out of this area. That's always a great sign. So if you are just joining us, we do have some active warnings out there. And I'm trying to zoom out a little bit to give you a better perspective. But again, we have several warnings that are in place. I have it looking a little bit different here just to kind of show you how things are a bit more distinct. We have this active tornado warning in place for parts of Jasper County, including the city of Heidelberg, as well as parts of Clark County, not including Shabuta as of right now, nor Quitman. But again, the southwestern portions of Clark County, you're included in this. This includes portions of Jones County, as well as extreme northern portions of Wayne County. And all of this goes until 7:30 for the sale that's coming out of the Jones County area. And then we also have some areas that we're dealing with that look a little bit green in color, and that is affiliated with what looks to be a flood warning. And we have what looks to be a new warning that is also in place now for areas in the looks to be Choctaw County area. So let me go ahead and put this in motion here and get a perspective of what we're dealing with. And again, we have this setup here where we have a new warning, and looks like the tornado warning in place for the extreme northern tier of the Choctaw County area. I'll remove everything to kind of see the latest on this. This goes until 7:30 as well. Looking at what looks to be a bit of a kink that could potentially impact the northern tier of, again, that Choctaw County area. So let's go ahead and zoom in there. I'm going to change it to the velocity view to kind of give us a better idea of what we're dealing with here as we look inside the thunderstorm cells. And again, zooming in here, we have this warning. We do have this kink here. Again, we do have this area of rotation. And again, there could be some issues regarding that. So if you are in the northern portions of Choctaw County, anywhere from Listman up towards the county line, you want to be in your safe places. There could be a tornado that could potentially be spawned by this severe storm that is moving through your area, as we do see little signs of rotation. So again, a little bit of a closer view here. Again, north of Listman, but more so around County Road 1 and around County Road 6. You need to be in that place of safety right now, as we have this warning that goes until 7:30 for the potential for a storm that could spawn a tornado. And this is not too far away from the Kinterbish area. So if you live there, I would recommend getting to that safe place as well, because again, we have this new warning that is in place. And there could be a storm that pops up and spawns a tornado at any given moment. So we now have 2 active warnings that are in place. I'm stepping off screen to look at the National Weather Service site. But really quickly, let me zoom out and kind of see what's happening here, give you all a better perspective, and look at the latest in terms of what's happening with this rotation as well. Again, this is where the warning is until 7:30. The most distinct rotation I see is now really into the southern portions of Sumter County, but there is no active warning affiliated with that for now. And we also have this other warning that is in place for Jasper County. And it looks like that warning has continued, which is not good news, but we do have this now rotation in Jasper County that's a little bit more evident. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom into that really quickly to kind of see the areas that need to take cover with this, because this is a little bit more distinct compared to the one that we have in Choctaw County. And again, it's starting to make its way across that county line. So if you are in the path of this storm, it's very important that you take shelter right now or get to that safe place. It's right on top of Markwald. Again, there is Highway 11. Here's a look at where the rotation is. It's going to continue to make its way north and east, so it's going to be pushing into this area here that you see. So we're getting a little bit tighter view, try to get some of these streets that are a little bit closer in. And so again, if you're in County Road 113, very important to go ahead and get to that lowest level right now. The storm is gradually making its way into the county, and it's going to be on top of you before you know it. Also, if you're around County Road 37, same deal as you make your way. Let me kind of zoom in here and check out what county road this is. If you're around County Road, what looks to be 1133, go ahead and get to your safe place right now. Again, the storm is going to be on you here shortly. So again, get to your safe place. If you hear your road, Pine Grove Road right now, go ahead and get to that safe place immediately. We have a dangerous storm that is sitting on top of you. Same deal for County Road 371A. And for Beaver Meadow Road, if that's your road, then go ahead and get to safety as we have this latest tornado warned storm that is sitting on top of you, and you want to make sure you're in a place of safety immediately. So again, I'm looking at the National Weather Service update. I'm checking the cell that is both in Choctaw and the Sumter County area to see what the latest is on that. And it looks as if this cell here potentially has, well, there's reports of damage just east of Coffeyville, but that was from the prior storm that rolled through. Thankfully, no reports of damage coming out of Choctaw County at this time. But we're definitely watching things closely with this. So let me check the Birmingham side. If you are not familiar with our area, we are covered by several National Weather Service offices. Sumter County is covered by the Birmingham office. Choctaw County is covered by the Mobile office. And then the rest of our area is covered by the National Weather Service office in Jackson. All right, so I don't see anything. Okay, so it looks like Mobile is dropping the tornado warning for the Choctaw County area. So they may be allowed to expire here shortly, which is great news to report. But let me check Jackson really quickly, get the latest on that. Okay, so they're still saying that this cell here that we've been tracking, let me zoom out, that is moving through the Jasper County area could drop a tornado at any moment. So again, here's a look at the latest information with this. Let me clear that so you can see, again, the latest information with this, a very distinct area of rotation here. Here's the polygon. It does still include Heidelberg. Again, the core of this may go just south of you, just based on it moving more north and east with time. But again, this is still a very dangerous situation, and this looks like it is going to move into southwestern Clark County. So I'm going to go ahead and put a track on this for you as I recentered a little bit more to kind of give us a little bit more room here, and then we'll go ahead and put a new track on to kind of give you the latest cities that will be impacted, and of course we'll go from there to the street level and get some of those county roads. But there's the rotation, and we're going to go ahead and take this. Again, still moving towards the north and east at a pretty fast clip, and I'm going to move out of the polygon in case it's extended to include areas around that Highway 45 corridor. So again, if you are around the Goodwater area, hopefully you're already in your safe place. It's going to approach your area shortly around 7:20. Around Nancy as we head towards 722. And then again, if it can hold together, it'll be near DeSoto as we head towards 731. All right, and eventually towards Quitman as we head towards 734. Around that same time, it will be approaching areas around the hospital. So again, this is the area that we're watching, and this is the hospital in Quitman. Okay, so again, we're looking at this area here, and I want to get a little closer again in case you missed it. I want to look at some of these areas that are a little bit down into the county road divisions to kind of give you some more detailed information about which areas could potentially be impacted by this. So I'm going to give you a different perspective here. There we go. There's my velocity look. Again, that's what we're watching. I want to get a little bit closer. I'm going to need to get on this side. Seems like to get a better scan here, but we're going to zoom in, and I want to get to, again, some of these street level areas. Again, there's the rotation. The latest scan should be coming out shortly. It's going to be crossing over. There it is. Again, now it is just around that county road, that county line area, moving out of Jasper County, pushing into Clark. Here's the county line right about there. So again, it's right at the county line, and this is a look at the area of rotation. It is now south and east of Heidelberg. So if you're in Heidelberg, you are in the clear. Valsburg is in the clear. You're around County Road 6. Need to go ahead and stay in your safe place a little longer. But if you are around County Road 230, hopefully you're already in your safe place because this storm is right on top of you as it's pushing into the Clark County area. Same deal if you're around County Road 240. So again, here's a closer view. We're in Clark County now, County Road 210. Go ahead and get to that safe place right now. If you hear the sound of my voice, if you have family members in this area, give them a call and make sure that they know that we have a really distinct area of rotation with the storm that's rotating, that's pushing into Clark County, County Road 240, County Road 210. It's right on top of you. Go ahead and get to that safe place. If you're in Goodwater, you want to go ahead and get to your safe place right now. The storm is about to approach your area. Same deal for County Road 250. Okay, so again, Nancy, you're within the potential for this to come your way, so go ahead and get to your safe place. If you're around County Road 250, same scenario. And again, Goodwater, go ahead and get to this safe place right now as the storm is not too far away. So let me go ahead and zoom out. It looks like we have some updates here. So let me give a different perspective, kind of recenter this and see what's happening and get the latest information from the National Weather Service site. I'm going to step off screen a bit. I want to give you a view. This has been extended throughout the rest of Clark County. So again, we have a dangerous setup here, y'all. We have this new warning that is in place, and this warning is included for the central portions of Clark County. It goes until 8 o'clock. And this is for the possibility for a tornado. It has not been confirmed. There have been no sightings, but this is radar indicated. Nonetheless, very dangerous and something for you to watch because this storm has the capability of dropping a tornado at any moment. So if you're in Shibuya, Quitman, DeSoto, get to that safe place right now. It is currently moving towards the north and east at about 50 miles per hour. So I'm going to give you a new track. We're going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to recenter this and give you a new track for where this is going to go and give you some cities, okay? So, again, this is moving north and east at 50 miles per hour. That's the speed it's pretty much had here for a while. There's the area of rotation that is now moving out of the Jasper County area, the southeastern portions, and this warning is now extended now through a good portion of the Clark County area. Again, if you're watching, you see the warning here for the northern portions of Choctaw County that has been allowed to be expired. So here's the latest information from what we're watching with this newest warning that's in place until 8 o'clock. And again, if you are in the Shibuya area, it's going to be your way as we head towards 726. So you have a little time to get to your safe place. DeSoto, same setup, about 729, 730. Then this very dangerous storm could be pushing your way. Again, this is a storm that's rotating. This could potentially drop a tornado at any moment. So get to your safe place, lowest level of your home, away from windows, bathroom, closet, over towards the Carmichael area by about 736, okay? Get to your safe place right now if you live near any of these cities that I'm calling out. Over towards Manassas as we head towards 738. This warning has been extended. It includes the Thedeville area as we head towards 741. And eventually it's going to push towards places like Melvin by 745 and over towards Needham as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. And again, this new warning goes until 8 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and clear that, and I want to take it down to street level to kind of give you all an idea of what we're watching here and where the circulation is. So let me go ahead and zoom in, get closer to the circulation so we can give you some of these neighborhoods so you all can go ahead and get to your place of shelter. So again, right now we're looking at the velocity signature here, and again, this is what we're kind of keeping an eye out for. Again, here's the area of rotation. Right now it's crossing over the county line and it's pushing into places like County Road 210. Potentially it's on you already. County Road 240 could potentially be on you already. This is an older scan, and so it's something for us to watch closely. Good water. If you're in good water, get to that safe place, okay? You want to make sure you're in that lowest level of your home, away from windows, the bathroom, or a closet. You want to get to that safe place right now if you hear your county road. If you're around County Road 250, go ahead and get to your safe place. This warning is going to be extended farther towards the east and north and east, impacting areas around, again, DeSoto, Shibuya, downtown Quitman. So as the circulation gets closer, we'll get a little bit closer to those county roads there as well. But I do want to go ahead and do the zoom and get to these county roads here and kind of see what else is in line for possible impact. County Road 216, if you hear the sound of my voice and you're on 216, get to your safe place. Again, that lowest level of your home. If you live in a mobile home and if you're this close to where the circulation is, you just need to bunker down. But if you're farther away in places like DeSoto, if you're over towards Quitman, you have some time to go and find a sturdier structure, maybe your neighbor's home or something of the sort. But get to a place of safety if you can, again, if you're farther away. But again, if you're around County Road 210, should I say County Road 216, you need to just stay where you are. And hopefully you're already bunkered down. Here's a look at the latest scan here. And it looks like the area of rotation is sitting pretty much right on top of that area. Again, that's County Road 216. So I zoomed out a bit to kind of give you a view of the circulation that we're watching. Here it is right here. There's County Road 210. Looks like you're now to the west of the main circulation, but stay put in your safe place. Same deal if you're around that County Road 250 area. Again, this storm is sitting right on top of you. I do want to look inside of it and look at the correlation coefficient. Again, we look at that to see if we see anything that shows any indication that it is lofting some debris in the air. And I don't see anything that stands out, so that is some great news to report. But again, we do have this area of rotation that is sitting right east now of that County Road 240 area. Again, this is what I'm watching. This is what's catching my eye. And again, this is pushing towards that County Road 250 area. So if you are there anywhere along County Road 250 from Goodwater and farther east, please right now go ahead and get to your safe place, as you are in a dangerous setup because this system, this area of rotation is getting a bit closer towards your neck of the woods. So again, make sure you are taking it easy out there and again, staying in your place of safety. So here's a look at what we're watching right now. Again, there's the area of rotation, and it looks like we may have an update from Ross. What's happening? All right, so this is a confirmation from the Clark County Emergency Management Office. That is that confirmed that they saw it or damage? Yes, they saw a tornado. Okay, so then the Clark County's Emergency Management is confirming that they have sights, they've seen a tornado around the Goodwater area. Okay, and again, it's moving northeast at 50 miles per hour, but now, according to the EMA, the Emergency Management Office in Clark County, this is confirmed. So again, I want to go ahead and look at the National Weather Service site really quickly. I want to see if there are any updates from them as well, but that is not good news, folks. So again, there has been sightings of whether it was a funnel cloud or if they saw debris, but the Clark County Emergency Management Office is confirming that there has been sights of a tornado moving through Clark County, okay, around the Goodwater area. This is the area of rotation right now, and again, it's moving north and east at about 50 miles an hour, so it's moving relatively quickly. I'm going to recenter this and give you a bigger view. And we're going to give you a latest track, and then we're going to go back down towards street level. But I want to kind of show you where this could potentially go. Again, it's moving north and east at 50 miles per hour. So if you are in this polygon, notice how the polygon extends just north of downtown Quitman. So again, if you're around the Quitman downtown area or south, you need to stay home. Stay in your sturdy shelter if you live in a mobile home. And if you are west of 45, it's too late to go anywhere. Just get to that lowest level, get to that bathroom or that closet. If you have a one-level home, get to that bathroom closet, because again, you are very near to where this is going, and you want to just make sure you're not trying to travel anywhere, but just stay put. But if you have time, if you're along 45 and east, you have time to get to a sturdier structure if you live in a mobile home. Please do that, again, if you can. This warning goes to the county line, pushing towards places like, it looks like to be the Choctaw County area. Again, there's Gilbertown, there's Butler. So this warning goes to the state line as well, and then the county line pushing into, again, Choctaw County and crossing over into Alabama. So this includes a lot of real estate. Here's 45, there's that area of rotation, and based on the Clark County Emergency Management Office, they are confirming this based on seeing it. They have sight, they've put eyeballs on it, so to speak. So they have definitely confirmed that they saw something rotating, whether it was a funnel cloud or, again, they saw debris from, again, that funnel potentially being a tornado in progress. So let me look at the correlation coefficient really quickly. That helps to see if we see anything that gives a good indication of maybe some debris being lofted into the air. It's not really detectable from this perspective, so I'm going to grab my phone really quickly. It's a little easier to see when I look at a different radar, and I want to kind of see what's happening there. But again, this is something that you need to take seriously if you are in Clark County. We have a dangerous storm that is currently in progress, and again, the Clark County Emergency Management Office is confirming that there were sights on a tornado. So again, you want to make sure that you are in that lowest level of your home. You want to be away from windows, a bathroom, or a closet. Again, not seeing anything very distinctive at all. So that's a good sign, but nonetheless, it's something for you to definitely take seriously. And we're going to go ahead and kind of, again, give you a latest look at where the rotation is. And I'm going to go ahead and put this track on so you can kind of know where this is going to go as it's moving north and east at roughly at about 50 miles per hour. So here's the latest track. I'll take it into across the county line area. There we go. And again, moving north and east at 50 miles per hour. It's going to push towards DeSoto as we head towards 731. So again, get to that lowest level of your home, away from windows, bathroom, closet. You have some time. It's almost 720. Again, DeSoto is going to be your way as we head towards 731, over towards the Carmichael community as we head towards 738. Okay, this is another area that was hit recently within the past year or two by a tornado, so not a good thing to see. And we also expecting it to be towards places like Thieville and over towards Hinton in due time. I'm going to redo this track just because we do have, it looks like an updated scan here with this new area that has just kind of popped up here as the storm is moving and moving at, again, a relatively fast click. So I'm going to give you one more look, and we're going to see these updated times here. Step off screen as we got an update from Ross. You can go ahead and take a look at the different communities that you see. If you see yours, go ahead and get to your safe place immediately. Okay, it says radar indicates rotation. We understand that, but you said there was confirmation.
Yeah, there's hail coming too.
Okay, so what is the radar indicates rotation?
They're sending us another update.
Okay, so that's a little different from a confirmation.
Well, the sheriff's department is saying that they see tornadoes in the area.
Okay, I'm looking at the National Weather Service chat. Okay. If you can talk to them and ask them, did they see a funnel cloud? Did they see debris? We're just trying to get a little bit more clarity from the the Clark County Emergency Management Office. But regardless, very dangerous storm. So again, if you haven't been looking at the latest timeline, again, here's a look at it. Carmichael, 732. You got about 10 minutes over towards Manassas as we head towards 734. Thieville as we head towards 738, and eventually towards Hinton as we head towards 746. So again, this is the latest look at some of the cities that are in the path of this. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to street level because, again, we want to make sure that you all are in your safe places if you're in the path of this storm. This is the area that we're watching. Right now, it is moving very near to areas that are around the DeSoto community. So, again, you want to go ahead and get to that safe place right now if you are in the sound of my voice. If you can hear me and you're around the DeSoto community, eventually it's going to be moving towards you. This is Highway 45. Again, it's going to be pushing towards the interstate. Not a good time at all to travel because, again, this is a very dangerous storm that is packing a punch. It is now crossing over 250, okay? So here's County Road 280. Here's a look at, again, Hale, south of Hale. There's a view of County Road 250. It's going to cross over that Highway 45 corridor here very shortly. So let's see if we can get a little bit tighter to some other county roads in the path of this, a little bit of a closer view here. It's going to be pushing over, it's going to be pushing over Brady Lane here sooner than later. So if you're in Brady Lane, go ahead and get to that safe place right now. Around 266, County Road 266. If you live there, go ahead and get to that safe place immediately. We have a rotating thunderstorm that could spawn a tornado at any moment. Again, the Clark County Emergency Management Office is reporting that they have confirmation of a tornado, and we don't want to take this lightly. County Road 252, go ahead and get to your safe place. All right, around County Road 259, you want to be in your safe place away from windows, bathroom, closet. Same deal for County Road 253. Not a good time at all to travel up and down 45. You need to halt any travel on 45 if you can help it. If you know someone that gets off at 7:30 and that's their way of getting home, tell them to stay where they are until the storm passes. I'm going to zoom out a little bit to get the latest scan and let you know what we're looking at here in terms of where we're watching. And again, this is the area of rotation just now crossing 250, and it's going to be pushing towards 45 here very soon. So if you're just joining us, we have an active tornado warning that is in place for Clark County. This is approaching the 45 corridor, and this warning goes until 8 o'clock. Okay, we're watching this area here, very distinct area of green, which means we have rotation. The green means the winds are moving towards the radar. The red indicates that the winds are moving away from the radar, and you see that's a counterclockwise spin. So that storm is rotating. We definitely know that. There's the DeSoto community. Here's what we're watching. This is moving north and east. So again, if you're in the path of this storm, get to your lowest level of your home, away from windows, bathroom, closet, anywhere from DeSoto over towards, let's say, County Road 690. Go ahead and get to your safe place, okay? We have this dangerous storm that it could definitely pack a punch. The Clark County Emergency Management is saying that they have signs of rotation with this, or should I say that they have confirmation of this in terms of being a tornado in progress. So it's very important that you get to your safe place right now if you are on County Road 690. Also, if you are around the DeSoto community, anywhere there, you want to make sure you are in your safe place, lowest level of your home, away from windows, bathroom, closet. Okay, so looking at the National Weather Service update here. Again, we have hail reports coming in. We have meteorologist Tori Alvarado, who is also relating information that we're getting at the station to the National Weather Service, reporting hail about, looks like quarter size, coming out of Causeyville. So again, here's a look at the latest scan. And again, it's crossing 250. We're waiting on that new update in terms of the scan information to see what's happening with this. I'm going to recenter it just a bit. And again, County Road 690, get to your safe place. Do not drive up and down 45 at all if you can help it, because again, this storm is going to be crossing over 45 here very soon. There we go. Crossed over 45. Let's go ahead and zoom in to see where it is and which areas need to be on guard and be in their place of safety. We have a very tight rotation right now that is now east of 45, okay? If you are on 690, this storm is right on top of you, okay? DeSoto, 690, go ahead and get to that lowest level of your home. You want to be away from windows. You want to be in a bathroom or a closet. Again, get to your safe place right now. If you are in a mobile home, again, you have to stay put. If you're anywhere along 690, because unless that person is a neighbor and they're right next door, if that's the case, go ahead and get there. Sales Prairie, you want to go ahead and get to that safe place. But again, make sure you're in a place of safety. This storm is pushing across the County Road 690 area. County Road 511, you're up next. Okay, this is moving north and east at a relatively fast clip at about 50 miles per hour. Hail has been reported with this in terms of its history. Again, it's rotating so it could spawn a tornado at any given moment. Those winds are going to be very strong regardless, and very heavy rain. So something that you just can't look out the window and see. All you're going to see is flashes of light. All you're going to hear is rumbles of thunder. Okay, so again, get to that safe place if you can right now. This is crossing over County Road 690. It's going to be pushing towards that 511 corridor, okay? Again, still no traveling on 45. It did recently cross over 45. Give that travel some time before you try to make your way over that particular roadway, because again, things are looking pretty dangerous across this area right now. But again, 690 crossing over you now, eventually pushing over 511, and then from there, it's going to be pushing towards the Linton community and portions of 670. Here's a look at Manassas. You're within the polygon, so you want to go ahead and be at that lowest level of your home. You have some time, though, if you have a neighbor that has a stronger structure, to go ahead and get there, okay, if you live in a mobile home. Same thing for Linton and over towards 670. If you're kind of east of Linton on 670, you have some time to go ahead and get to that place of safety. But again, we have this area of rotation here that is now making its way, again, across the DeSoto community, pushing towards across 690, which it should have done already, waiting for the latest scan, and then we're going to zoom out, and eventually it's going to push towards that 511 corridor. I do want to recenter a bit because I want to see what's happening in terms of the correlation coefficient, and I also want to give you all a better idea of what we're watching. So again, this is the area of rotation, and when you see that green touching the red, that's the area of concern. That's what we're watching, okay? That's the area that is prompting the tornado warning that is currently in effect. I want to continue to zoom out and making sure we're not missing any other warnings that are out there, because we had that happen before with the Choctaw County area. So here's the big picture. Again, we have these warnings that are in place across Clark County, severe thunderstorm warning in place for the northern portions of Choctaw County, and we have a numerous level of flood alerts that are in place. So Ross is here giving updates, and okay. All right, so this is a little bit better this is coming from the Emergency Management Office out of Clark County. No confirmation of a touchdown, but heavy rotation was noted near Highway 45. The report of a touchdown came from scanner traffic that was later clarified. Okay, so again, no reports of a touchdown. No confirmation of a touchdown. There were some reports, though, that they did see some rotation, and so we're just going to have to wait to see if there are any damage reports that are coming out of Clark County. I do want to get a little bit closer here, see what's happening, and again, here's a closer view of where the tightest rotation is. Again, there we go. We have the 45 corridor a little bit closer. Again, we're watching this area of really tight rotation. We're going to get an update scan here in a short while. And as we look at the correlation coefficient, I haven't seen anything that showed signs of, let's say, debris being lofted in the air. There's nothing that stands out. Again, that's a great thing, because with this technology that we have, if there were a lot of damage being lofted in the air by a tornado, we would see the cooler colors on here, some blues and maybe some greens, and that would be a really bad sign. But since we don't see that, I'm definitely happy about that. But this is still a very dangerous storm. And again, it's about to make its way across portions of that 690 corridor. And it's going to continue to make its way towards 511. If you're in 511, County Road 511, you need to be in your safe place right now. Also, if you live in the Manassas community, go ahead and get to your safe place, as this storm is going to be updating in terms of where it's located, and it could potentially be already across 690, approaching that 511 spot. So you need to be, again, in that lowest level. You want to be basement. If you have a storm shelter, great place to be. Grab the kids' bicycle helmets, put it on them so that you can make sure everyone's squared away in case you have any glass break, or, if any glass should break or any type of damage, you all will be protected by having the helmet on your head. Get into the bathtub if you need to. Grab the mattress, put it on top of you. All great things. Put the gym shoes on, tennis shoes, so that you can make sure that if you do encounter damage, you're not walking on anything that could harm your feet. You'll have on solid shoes that can protect you in the case of, again, any damage that's done. But again, we have this warning that goes until 8 o'clock. Right now, waiting on the latest scan to come up. It is going to be approaching that 511 corridor. So you need to be in your safe place around 511. Same deal if you're around the Linton community. I'm going to see if we have any more towns here or any more roads that may not seem visible but can be a little bit smaller, or maybe smaller communities there. There's the updated scan, and I want to show you. Let's see what we have here in terms of the roadways that are up next. Again, here's 511. Again, you see these bright pops of color here. That's where the rotation is, just south of that 511 corridor, and it's going to be pushing towards County Road 667. So again, we have 511. It's coming your way. Same deal for 667. We're in Clark County right now, in case you're just joining us, and we have an active tornado warning that has had some visual confirmations of at least rotation from emergency management offices, so, or should I say from, looks like scanner traffic. So we also have some reports of hail with this system. So you definitely want to make sure that you are not trying to travel a very dangerous storm here. The National Weather Service is saying there could be a significant tornado just based on the latest scans that we have. I want to zoom out a little bit to kind of give you a perspective. Again, County Road 672, get to your safe place. One more time, County Road 667, County Road 511. You need to be in your safe place right now, as this storm is not playing any games, as it is making its way through Clark County at this time. So again, this is the area that we're watching, very distinct. You see that red and that pop of green. Again, this is an area that we are keeping an eye out on, crossing over 690 already, now approaching that 511 corridor. It's very important that you grab the family and get to that storm shelter. I know the Carmichael community, I believe, has an area where they potentially may have a storm shelter, not quite sure. But regardless, if you have a community-wide storm shelter, or if you just have one at your home, please go ahead and get there. County Road 670, get to your safe place. Manassas, Linton communities, get to that lowest level of your home, away from windows, bathroom, closet preferred. This is all affiliated with the big system that is moving through the area. I do want to throw on the radar really quickly just to kind of show you what we're dealing with here. And I want to zoom out a bit just so you can kind of get a bigger perspective of what's happening. And we're dealing with a very potent system affiliated with the cold front that is continuing to make its way across our area. It is yet to cross the area, but it's taking its time moving from west to east. We have these lines of storms that continue. Right now, the warning only is for the Clark County area, but it could be potentially pushed into Choctaw County. But we have some alerts in place in terms of flood alerts and even severe thunderstorm warnings that extend farther down towards the south and west. And again, this is all affiliated with the bigger system that is a cold front that will gradually cross. And as you see, the line goes down into parts of southeastern Louisiana. And unfortunately, it's just beginning in terms of the night that our friends in Alabama will have to deal with, as this could be an overnight event for them. But again, we have this active tornado warning that is in place until 8 o'clock. Right now, we have some active warnings in place for more so Clark County, as we have a very distinct area of rotation there. So I'm going to zoom in back into the Clark County area, and we're going to go ahead and take it to street level to kind of see which areas are up next for impacts from this very dangerous sail. Again, this is what we're watching here. Again, as you can see, very distinct, easy to kind of decide where we're trying to focus on. Again, this stands out for sure. And again, this is the area that we're watching. Want to get a little bit closer in to kind of see what we have. And as the storm moves by, the tornado warning drops off. So again, if you are west of 45, you are no longer under the tornado warning if you're in Clark County. But we have the tightest rotation now on the backside of 690, and it's pushing towards County Road 511. If not there already, this is a later scan. And it's eventually going to be pushing through the Manassas community, Linton, County Road 670. And I do want to say, if you have any reports of damage, please make sure that you get that to either your emergency management office, or you can post it to our Facebook page. I do believe we may be posting something to say, if you have damage reports, post here. We will pass it on to the National Weather Service office for you. And if you can take photos after the storm or the danger moves out and do so safely, you can also upload those photos to our website, WTOK.com, under Submit Photos, if not to our Facebook page as well. But again, that's the area of rotation, County Road 511. Again, we definitely want to make sure we are taking this seriously and staying in our safe place. As you venture out and try to look and see what's happening, you're just creating a dangerous situation for yourself and even others. I mean, there will be potentially could be emergency officials that are trying to maneuver the roads and things of that nature. So if you're trying to venture out and storm chase and things of that nature, that's just not suggested to do. You're creating more of an issue than a help. So again, stay inside. Let this dangerous sail pass. It's an area of rotation. Again, as radar indicated, but according to reports coming from the Emergency Management Office in Clark County, there have been some signs of rotation or some visual reports that the storm is rotating. A little unclear on exactly who saw it or what they saw, but nonetheless, there was rotation that was visually confirmed, but we're not quite sure if it's a tornado in progress. But according to the National Weather Service, it still has a very strong circulation, which we can definitely see. And again, it can spawn a tornado at any moment. So this warning continues until 8 o'clock. Flooding is another issue as well. We have reports of flash flooding coming in from various sources. So it is not a good time to be outside, but a great time to be in your safe place. So again, County Road 670, this storm potentially is right on top of your area. I'm waiting on the latest scan to come out here shortly. Let's see if we can get this here. Manassas is going to be towards you. Linton, there's the latest scan. Again, it's just south of that 670 corridor. I'm trying to get a little bit closer here and see what are some of the communities that are in the path of this as it's approaching that 670 setup here, and it's going to be towards 661 right now here shortly, if not already. So County Road 661, the storm is pretty much sitting right on top of you. Still yet to make it to 670, but it's headed that way. Again, it's moving north and east. If you're at the Rocky Creek Road area, if you're within that area, you want to go ahead and get to your safe place, because the system is currently sitting right on top of what looks to be County Road 660. That's where the tightest rotation is right now. Again, it's pushing north and east, so it's going to be crossing over 661 here shortly, if not already. Eventually, it's going to push across 670, and then eventually it's going to push across portions of Rocky Creek Road. So again, best place to be in this scenario is away from windows. You want to be in a bathroom or a closet. Hopefully, if you live in a mobile home, you're watching or looking on your phone and watching our coverage there via social media. from, let's say, a neighbor's house or maybe a family member's home that's not too far away, that's a sturdier structure. You never really want to be in a mobile home when we're talking about tornadoes coming through. They're just not fit to support the winds of a tornado. And again, that's a very dangerous scenario that you put yourself in. So whenever a watch is issued like today, allow yourself some time to get to that place of safety and stay there throughout this event. This particular event can go until about 9 o'clock tonight. So again, it's good to just stay in that sturdier structure until you've heard the all clear for the night, not just the all clear from a particular storm going by, because the type of setup we could have more of these storms that could pack a punch for the next few hours. So again, sitting right on top of 660 right now, the tightest rotation, we have County Road 661 that's up next, if not dealing with it already. Here's County Road 70 is going to cross you here shortly. Rocky Creek Road is going to make its way across you as well. And again, this is what we're watching, this area right here. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I do want to get a look at the correlation coefficient to see if I see anything that's a bit more distinct. And again, for right now, I don't see anything that stands out. And again, that's definitely a great thing to see because you want to kind of see it line up to where you see the areas of rotation. And if I put on the velocity signature there, I don't really see the two kind of lining up. So that's good. But again, this could drop a tornado at any moment. It's not a good time to travel. You want to make sure that you're staying in the house, away from windows. Again, preferably a bathroom closet. Storm shelter will be great. You want to grab, again, the bicycle helmets will be something good to put on. Get to the bathroom, get into the bathtub. If you're across County Road 670, if you live there east of Linton, go ahead and get to that safe place. Again, this is what we're watching, still relatively distinct. It's going to cross 670 shortly, and eventually it's going to make its way towards what looks to be Highway 18, and it's going to be east of Sykes. Okay, here's 670. It kind of intersects 410. You also want to be in your safe place if you're around 410, as again, it's kind of moving north and east. So again, you want to make sure that you're in a place of safety if you're there as well. Again, it's going to cross over 18 if it can hold together. And then eventually, it's going to push across that state and county line into parts of Alabama. So we're watching this closely, folks. Again, stick with us. I'm going to step off screen. I do want to give you a view of the area of rotation that I'm watching. And again, right now, the latest rotation or the tightest rotation is being detected just south of that 670 corridor. So as far as the setup here, I'm going to give you the latest information of what's happening. And, excuse me, no updates from the National Weather Service as of right now. Let me check the Mobile site here because they cover that Choctaw County area. Okay. Looks like we have a tornado warning for, let's see if we have Choctaw County under new warning here just based on what I see from the Weather Service. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. I'm going to recenter really quickly, see what's out there, see what we have. A very active night, a whole lot going on. And they did extend, the National Weather Service extended that warning into Choctaw County. So again, this is new. First alert update, we have a new tornado warning for Choctaw County. It goes until 8:30. It's for this area of distinct spin that is in Clark County. And again, it is not showing signs of weakening anytime soon. So because of that, it is expected to make its way across the state line and push into Choctaw County. This warning does not include the city of Needham, but I will zoom in a little bit to kind of give you some areas that will be under the warning. And again, if you are north of Needham, you need to definitely stay up to date with what's happening with this. If you are around West Butler, you are within the polygon. Same deal if you live around the Land Road area. County Road 20, you're within the polygon. Scott Mountain Road, you're within the polygon. Riverwood, you're within the polygon as well. Also around portions of, let's say, looks to be Highway 10. Butler, you sit within this polygon. And we'll go a little farther towards the east. Little Walker, you're within the polygon. And also over towards places like County Road 32, you're within this polygon as well. So again, Gantley, you are not within the polygon. I'm trying to give you an idea of who's under the gun. This is yet to push into Alabama, but it potentially will because it's not showing signs of weakening. Hinton, you are within the polygon. Again, that's into Choctaw County, Alabama. So here's the latest scan look. It looks like we are looking at a new update. Now keep in mind, as it moves east, we're getting farther and farther away from the National Weather Service radar site. Okay, so that means that the radar beam, so to speak, is trying to look well away from the surface. It's going high up in the atmosphere, and it's just harder to detect what's happening with the details of this storm that far away. So we may not be able to see how distinct the circulation is because, again, we are looking at it from a very far perspective compared to, let's say, if this was over towards places like Newton or over towards places, let's say, in Scott County. Okay, so we're farther away from the radar, a little harder to see, but we are looking at the rotation roughly within this area crossing over 18. So I'll zoom into this area here, let you know which areas need to go ahead and get to the safe place. Even though it doesn't look as distinct as it once did, it does not mean it's not as dangerous. So again, County Road 670, you need to be in your safe place. Same deal around County Road 410. You need to be in your safe place as well. Again, if you are, let me see if I can get a little bit tighter here. If you are, let's say, north of Highway 18, you still want to go ahead and get to that safe place. A little bit of a closer view if you're around County Road 420. Again, go ahead and get to that lowest level. You want to get away from windows, the bathroom, the closet. You don't want to take the time to look out the window. A lot of heavy rain affiliated with this anyway, so it's going to be very hard for you to see anything in terms of what's going on. Okay, so again, County Road 420, go ahead and get to your safe place. If you are along 18, where it meets up with County Road 410, you need to be in your safe place. Same deal if you're around County Road 412. We're in Clark County right now still. You want to go ahead and get to your safe place. And again, eventually this is going to push into the Choctaw County area, but you want to be in your safe place if you're around the Creek area, Creek 422. Go ahead and get to that safe place. Same deal for County Road 421. Faith Road, get to your safe place. Same deal for Hinton. The storm could very well make its way across the county line there, so you want to make sure that you're prepared for that and get to your place of safety. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I want to recenter everything, show you what's happening. We have 2 active warnings that are in place right now. And again, this is one warning that we're watching that is kind of moving out of one county, and it's creating a new warning that we're going to keep an eye out on that's going to be in another county in another state. This is for Alabama. Again, Choctaw County, we have this warning that's in place. Because we have, again, this warning from the cell that's pushing through Clark County. And there's another one for Wayne County. So if you have family members there, there's another area of rotation that could potentially impact the Waynesboro area over the next, let's say, hour or so. So again, we're watching this area of rotation that is moving out of the Clark County area, still in Clark County for now, but it is pushing towards parts of Choctaw County. I'm going to step off screen, and then I'm going to give you the latest information on what's happening with this in terms of the cities that are going to be impacted with this. I want to make sure it's still moving at a constant speed, and then I'll give you the latest in terms of the latest track with this particular cell. So, okay. Continues the severe thunderstorm warning, the tornado warning. Still moving. Okay, it's moving northeast out at about 45 miles per hour. So let me adjust that really quickly, and I'll give you a latest timeline. And again, this cell is in Clark County, and it is pushing north and east roughly at about 45 miles per hour now. So slowing down just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and shift this as well. And while I'm here, I will give you the latest information. So again, there's a look at the latest timeline based on this new movement of 45 miles per hour. So you see you have the Hinton area by 7:54 here. So you have roughly a little less than 10 minutes. It'll be over towards West Butler, so pushing out of the county as we get closer to that 8 o'clock time frame. Eventually pushing towards Riderwood by 8:03, and eventually pushing towards the Pine Grove, maybe the school, by 8:07, Butler, as you head towards that 8:10 time frame, and then eventually moving towards Little Walker as you head towards 8:15. And if it can hold together, it'll be over towards Lavaca as we head towards 8:22. Again, we have this one warning that will expire here at the top of the hour, and then it's going to extend into the Choctaw County area, and this will be until 8:30. We also have flood alerts that are in place until about 10 o'clock for many counties, as you can see, which includes Lauderdale County. If you're asking, is Lauderdale County under any tornado warnings? No, Lauderdale County is not. Neither is Kemper, neither is Sumter, with the exception of the tail end of that. And also, you're looking pretty good if you're found throughout portions of, let's say, Newton County, Scott, Jasper, and even Smith. We're just watching right now the severe storm that could spawn a tornado in the Clark County area, prompting that tornado warning, and the same setup as we head towards that Choctaw County area. Again, the potential for this storm to maybe spawn a tornado there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, getting closer view. Again, as we get farther from the radar, it's a little harder to detect where the area of circulation is, but it looks to be right about here. Okay, I'm getting a little tighter. And I want to kind of see what's happening here. Again, it's moving right around that County Road 410 corridor. So if that's where you live, you want to just kind of stay put in your safe place. The storm is going to eventually make its way out of Clark County, and it's going to push into looks to be the Choctaw County area. So again, moving out of 18 and then pushing into County Road 20 and then eventually over towards Scott Mountain Road. So if you live around any of these areas, you want to go ahead and get to your safe place. If you are in the, let's see, the Eiler area, if that's how you pronounce that, you are in the clear. You're not dealing with anything that's going to be threatening. Needham, you are not within the warning for this particular sale. But if you're on County Road 20, you are definitely within the polygon, and you have a close proximity to where we have the tightest rotation as the storm is moving out of Clark County here shortly, again, crossing over areas around, let's say, 410, and then pushing across the county line into Choctaw County. If you're around that county road area that is, let's say, near Banks Lane, you want to go ahead and get to your safe place. Also around the Riderwood area, go ahead and get to that lowest level of your home, away from windows, bathroom, closet. Storm shelter would be great. Again, you want to be in a sturdy shelter, though. You have time to get to one. Scott Mountain Road, you want to go ahead and get to your safe place. West Butler, you want to go ahead and get to your safe place. Around the Land Road area, you're within the polygon, get to your safe place. Same deal if you're in Red Springs. Again, we're watching what could happen in terms of this sail as it crosses over into the Choctaw County area, and you do sit under the polygon. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to kind of give it a regroup of what we're watching and see if we can detect where the area of rotation is. And it looks like it may be around up in here. So I'll look at it from a different perspective with a different radar to kind of get an idea of what we have. Now, according to the National Weather Service site, this is not in our viewing area, but the same system, the same storm moved through Jones County, and they are reporting numerous trees down around a road called Freedom Road. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Again, we're watching a tornado warned storm. If you're just joining us, for Clark County, that's now pushing into the Choctaw County area. And based on my radar, the worst of the rotation is actually now into the Choctaw County area, and it's out of Clark County, for what I can see. Again, we also have a very tight rotation that's just south of Shibuda. So let me zoom out a little bit. Again, we're watching various things here. So I'm going to zoom this out. I'm sorry, I'm going to recenter it, kind of give you a different perspective. Again, we have the areas that we're watching here, but I do want to bring note to the fact that there is a sail here that is just south of Shibuda that is worth watching. Now, again, Clark County is not under any type of a warning affiliated with this, but look at this. We do have this very distinct sail that's also moving towards the north and east. Hopefully it'll stay just south of the Clark County line, but if you have family in the Wayne County area, let's say north of Waynesboro, between Waynesboro and Shibuda, again, this could very well impact that area. So again, something to watch closely, as again, that's a very distinct area of rotation for sure. That's being noted. And again, that's moving just south of Clark County, so we have to watch that. It looks like we have another update there. There's a look at that rotation from a different view. This is from the Jackson County, should I say the Jackson, Mississippi radar. Now we're kind of shifting to the Mobile radar, and it looks like we have the area of rotation now out of Clark County. So I would say Clark County for now with this sail is in the clear. Warning still continues until 8 o'clock, but the area of rotation has now pushed into the Choctaw County area. So I'm going to zoom into the area with the rotation to give you some neighborhoods and areas that need to be on guard. It looks like we had an even recent update. Again, County Road 20, you need to already be in your safe place if you're not already. Again, very dangerous storm that's pushing over you. Same deal for Scott Mountain Road. And if you're around the Ryder Road area or Banks Lane, you want to be in your safe place. Listman, get to your safe place right now as well. We have a dangerous storm that is impacting your area. Again, very hard to see, very noisy in terms of what's happening with the velocity signature because, again, we're farther away using different radars. So, again, we're looking at the radar perspective from Mobile right now as I shift south a bit, and you can kind of see that it's a little better detected as you look at the County Road 20 area, but if I get a little closer, that's the Jackson radar that I'm trying to look at, and it's definitely way more noisy. So, again, here's a look at the area of rotation right now, right on top of County Road 20, moving north and east, so it's going to be impacting areas around Scott Mountain Road here soon. If it continues on the northeast track, it could impact areas around Ryder Road, Banks Lane, and eventually crossing over parts of 10. And that could put it into Listman here within a moment's notice, within the next 15, 20 minutes. So again, I'm going to give you a new cone to kind of give you perspective with various cities and times that may be a little bit better in terms of giving you all a better idea of when to expect this in your area. But again, we do have this system here that we're tracking, and we're watching that sail that is still moving north and east, but now roughly at about 45 miles per hour. So again, this is the area we're watching is moving north and east, and it is going to step off screen to give you a view, push towards Listman as we head towards about that 8:07 time frame. So you have about 10 minutes, okay? Numerous county roads in the path of that. Make sure you're getting to that safe place and staying there until this storm passes. But Clark County, from that particular sail, you are in the clear. Now we just have to deal with flooding, but it looks like the danger from that tornado warned sail has moved out of the Clark County area. If you have any reports of damage, again, please put it on our Facebook page if you can. If power's out, let us know that, and we will pass all this information on to the National Weather Service office, and that helps with figuring out where they need to go do damage surveys if necessary to determine what created what in terms of was it straight line wind damage that created issues in a neighborhood, or was it actually the damage caused by a tornado. So again, Clark County, you are in the clear from that warning. The warning may continue till about 8 o'clock, but the area of rotation has moved out of your area. I'm checking the National Weather Service site. Again, Choctaw County is covered by the Mobile office. So I'm looking to see if we have any updates there. And then I'm going to look at a broader view and give you an idea of when all of this will move out. Okay. Okay, and remember the storm I was watching in Wayne County? They are saying, the National Weather Service, that there's a tornado debris signature with that, and it is going to stay north of Highway 84, but it's moving towards 45, and so there could be a very dangerous setup with that storm as well. So again, hopefully you had a good look at the time and the areas that are being impacted by the one system that we're watching in Choctaw County. Again, Needham, you're in the clear of this, but again, if you're around Listman, it's going to be your way as we head towards that 8:07 time frame, so you have a little, roughly about 10 minutes or so to get to that safe place, and again, over towards Little Walker by 8:13, and eventually towards Indian Springs down the line, if it can hold together as you head towards 8:23. So I want to kind of refocus this a bit and take a look at that one sail that we were tracking, as mentioned, just south of the Clark County area. And again, this one has a very distinct signature. So I'm going to look at it from the correlation coefficient view and see if I can get a better viewpoint here of what's happening with this. And as you see here, notice how you have this area that is very bright. It's cooler than the red tones that you see surrounding it. Let me get a little bit closer. Again, that's what we're watching for when we're talking about the debris detector. That lets us know that this could very well be a tornado in progress as we are dealing with debris being lofted in the air, and the radar is seeing that and saying, this is foreign. What is this in the air? It's not any type of water droplets or what we call hydrometeors. This is something foreign. And again, this is an active tornado warning until 8:30 that's pushing towards the Hawaii area. If you know of anyone around that location, tell them to get to their safe place. I know we have various restaurants over there. We have I believe we have Sed's restaurant along 45. Again, give them a heads up to get to that safe place if you know anyone that's around the Sed's area. Again, we're looking at a very dangerous storm. Debris detector indicating that there is a tornado in progress with this, okay? This will be on top of 45 here shortly. Do not travel 45 heading south. If you're in the Clark County area, you're going to be intersected by this very dangerous storm depending on the timing of your travels. So it's best to stay put because, again, this is moving north and east. And we have to watch this closely because this one could hold together and it may very well clip the tail end portions of Clark County and it could push into the Choctaw County area. So let me go ahead and give you a view via the velocity so you can kind of see what I'm watching. And again, that debris detector is very distinct and it is looking like this is not a good thing, okay? Around Hawaii area, if you know anyone that lives there, along Highway 45, various homes up and down 45 in this area approaching Clark County. Again, get to your safe place. If you know that maybe they're not watching the news, okay? A lot of these people probably can't even get WTOK. Maybe they don't have an idea that there is threatening weather headed their way. Give them a call and tell them to get to that safe place. Again, Sed's Restaurant, go ahead and give them a call and tell them to get to a place of safety as this is a very dangerous storm that is making its way towards that area, okay? So again, we're going to have to watch this one very closely as it's getting ever so near the neck of the woods towards Clark County. Again, very close to the Clark County area, and we want to make sure that we are watching this one closely as it's moving towards 45. So again, it's moving north and east. We'll see if it's going to clip the southern portions of the Clark County area. It may stay just south of Shibuda though, and again, but we'll watch to see if it's going to clip areas around Langsdale or Horn as we go through time. And again, we're going to continue to watch this area here. Again, this is the one cell that we've been watching that pushed out of Clark County. So as far as Clark County's warning from that tornado warned storm, we are in the clear in the Clark County area, but we still have this area in Choctaw County. A little better distinction here of the rotation looks to be just south of Riderwood, between Riderwood and West Butler. But again, it's going to be pushing potentially towards the Listman area as we head closer to 810 and then possibly crossing over 17 if it can hold together. Maybe even Indian Springs down the line. So if you're within this polygon, which Indian Springs you are, same deal for Pennington, you want to be in that place of safety. You have time, though, to get to, let's say, a neighbor's home or a family member's home that's a bit sturdier structure if you live in a mobile home. You don't want to be in a mobile home when we're talking about, again, threatening weather like that of a tornado that's pushing towards your area. So I want to give you a different perspective here. I'm going to recenter this and kind of zoom out and show you all of the active warnings that we have in place across our neck of the woods. Right now, we have that one warning in Choctaw County. And then we have the one that we're watching in the Wayne County area that's crossing over 45 here shortly if it's not already, and that could also move into Choctaw County. So right now, the northern portions of Choctaw County, you're under the gun. Here shortly, there could be another very potent storm that, based on radar, is a tornado in progress that's going to be pushing towards the southern tier of Choctaw County. And the green represents a flash flood warning that's in place, various warnings that are in place through about 10 o'clock. So again, Clark County, you're in the clear for now. That warning is over with. If you look outside and you see damage, please report it via our social media, WTOK site. You can upload it to our website, WTOK.com. Go under submit photos. You can post pictures, of course, do so safely. Or you can also, on our social media, report any type of power outages that you may have. But again, all that information is helpful, and we will send it over in terms of the details to the National Weather Service, especially if it's something like damage, and that will help them figure out where they're going to go and investigate the next day to see what damage was done and what caused it. Was it straight line wind damage, or was it done by a tornado? So again, we have these two warnings that are active right now. One that's moving across 45 right now in Wayne County, and it's going to be potentially pushing into Choctaw County here shortly. We have one that's also in Choctaw County. So very active right now for the Choctaw County area. Otherwise, just very rainy for the rest of the area. So let's go ahead and take a look at the radar. And in case you're wondering what's happening out there, I do want to give you a view of the radar scope. And again, we have two active tornado warnings, lots of heavy rain that's pushing through the Clark County area right now. that's affiliated with the main line, though. And this main line kind of extends through the Jones County area down towards Hattiesburg, and as you can see, kind of down towards the coast, towards places like Hammond. But this is affiliated with the cold front that is gradually going to be making its way from west to east. And once that happens, of course, we're going to tap into a stable air mass, which means tomorrow will be much better. And then from that point, you can expect decent conditions for a little while, as we will have another round of severe weather, unfortunately, as we head into our Saturday. And I'll give you more details about that coming up tonight at 10. So again, if you're just joining us, we have 2 active tornado warnings out there, both go until 8:30. One is not necessarily in our viewing area, but if you're in Clark County, you want to watch that one closely. You may have some family members around Hawaii. Again, there's a tornado in progress based on the radar elements there, the radar signature. So we're going to have to watch that one, but that could push into Choctaw County here. And then we have this one here in the northern tier of the county as well, that goes until 8:30. So I'm going to go ahead and change it back to velocity because that allows us to see what's happening inside the storm. It's a little easier for us to do that, and I'm going to zoom in. I do want to get a little bit closer to the one that's near Clark County to see what's happening with this one. And again, this one with the correlation coefficient or the debris detector, it was very easy to see that there was something being lofted in the air, and you can still see that. If you look at that very last frame, I'm going to throw in the velocity signature there, and as you see, they kind of line up. So again, tornado in progress taking place right around the Highway 45 corridor, again, just south of the Shibuda area. And if you know anyone in that area, you really want to give them a heads up that if they're not already, they need to be in their safe place. This is a very dangerous storm, currently crossing over 45 right on top of Hawaii area, and it's going to be making its way north and east. So if this one can hold together, it could potentially make its way into the southeastern portions of Clark County. So again, we're not really expecting this to be a threat to Shibuda, moving just south of the Shibuda area. But if you're around the Matherville area, you want to go ahead and kind of stay put. Don't travel. Continue to watch me, and I'll give you more updates. Hopefully your alerts are turned on, but again, it could potentially impact you. It's moving north and east, so you do want to be in your safe place. You do want to be in that lowest level. You do want to get to a place of sturdier structure. If you live in a mobile home, you have a little time to do that because this one is showing signs of being in progress. This one is confirmed based on what we see on the radar. So again, if you're around Matherville, go ahead and get to your safe place right now, even though, again, we're looking at this cell that just might not be warned for Clark County. And you may, unfortunately, have to deal with maybe some impacts from this cell for the extreme southern and southeastern portions of the county. So we're going to be watching that. And you want to be on guard if you're around County Road 630 also. Again, so this is going to be pushing potentially into the Choctaw County area, the southern tier. Okay, here's Melvin. Here's Melvin Road. You have the Okatupa area, you have the Needham Road area, and Needham, you're currently not under any warnings, but again, this system could potentially make its way towards you, and if that happens, again, you're going to deal with a potent storm if it doesn't weaken, because we have this, again, confirmed storm that is pushing into the Choctaw County area here if this gets extended. And I do see that it's blinking, so I'm going to step off screen to see what the latest is with the National Weather Service to see what their thoughts are with this and if they're going to extend it into Choctaw County or not. So let's see what we have here. Okay, they're talking about the system in Wayne County, how tornado could still be ongoing, although the debris detector is not showing too much as far as distinct debris being lofted in the air as it once did. Okay, so could still be ongoing or a new one forming. So they said there could be a new tornado that could maybe form a little bit further downstream of that current one that we're tracking now. So we're going to watch that closely. And that tornado warning continues for Wayne County. And we're going to watch that very closely because, again, that could be pushing into the Choctaw County here within the next, let's say, half hour. So I want to kind of recenter everything, give you a better perspective of what we're looking at here and the warning that we have in place still for the northern portions of Choctaw County. Again, we have this warning, kind of see where the area of circulation is now north of Butler. So we'll zoom in there to kind of give you a look at some of the communities that are impacted by this one. and who's in the clear. Again, Clark County, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering, are you in the clear? Yes, you're in the clear from the cell that was moving through. No more warnings for Clark County as of right now. Here's the area of rotation. It looks to be now pushing east of the Listman area. So any area that is basically west of Listman, you are in the clear there. Again, if you are south of Butler on 17, you're in the clear. Needham, you were never in the warning. And again, we're watching this setup here closely. It looks like this rotation is just east of Listman. So Listman, you are coming into the clear as the storm is moving farther away, but stay in your safe place for a little while longer. And then we're going to have it crossing over 17 here in a little bit, eventually 156 as well. And then potentially it may clip Pennington or move just north and east of the Pennington area as it starts to move, looks to be east of the Tombigbee River. So this warning remains active and it goes until 8:30. And again, we're watching the area of rotation that's basically now east of the Listman area. So again, Listman conditions should be improving for you shortly as again, we're looking at this system moving away from you. So I want to give you a look at the radar here. Again, you have very heavy rain in the area. You have frequent lightning, so very loud storm. And again, this is the area that we're watching. That's shifting towards the east. And we're watching, again, just a little bit of a break in the activity. But as mentioned, we have more storms that are coming in. And again, we're really keeping an eye out on the cell that is in Wayne County because it could very well clip portion of Clark County as it has already crossed over 45, impacting the area around Hawaii. And I do want to get another look at the latest velocity signature for this to kind of see if it's as distinct, and it is. Again, there it is right there. Again, kind of pushing east away from 45, and eventually it's going to be pushing towards that 510 corridor here over the next, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes. So again, we'll watch this as moving north and east. And now again, it could very well clip the southeastern portions of Clark County. So if you're east of Shibuda, let me zoom into some of these county roads just to kind of give you an idea of where this could potentially go based on its movement. It's moving again towards the north and east. So I want to give you a little idea of where this could go if it continues on the northeast track. So again, if you are east of Langsdale, you want to kind of stay put. You want to watch us and kind of watch what this does. Matherville, the same, 510. Again, you want to make sure you're kind of watching this when it may go just south of you. If you're south of Horn in Clark County, you want to watch this as well. Let's see if we have any county roads here right around the southern tier of Clark County. And again, County Road 637, you want to go ahead and stay in that safe place. Same deal if you're around County Road 620. Again, this could potentially clip you. Again, this is a very dangerous storm. This one, based on radar, had a very distinctive signature showing that it was causing damage at some point. The thoughts are that it has weakened a bit, but it could be refocusing itself and it could spawn a tornado again at any moment. So again, if you recognize those county roads I mentioned in Clark County, you definitely want to go ahead and stay in your safe place or get to that safe place if you haven't already, although you're not under that warning, okay? But Matherville, you want to get to your safe place. Up and down 510 as we're watching, again, this cell here that should be now east of 45 based on the latest scan. There it is there. And again, getting ever so close to that Clark County line. So let me zoom out a little bit. Again, there's a view of Matherville. Here's the circulation here. I want to get out a little bit to kind of show you what I'm watching and get rid of that. Again, this is a look at the circulation. Here's a look at the county line. Okay, so even though Clark County, Southern Clark County, you're not under a warning, if you're in Langsdale, you want to get to that safe place. This storm is moving north and east, and so it is going to make its way across the southeastern portions of Clark County. So I want to zoom in again and want to give you some of these communities to go ahead and get to your safe place, even though you're not under a warning. If you are in the Langsdale area, go ahead and get to your safe place just to be on the safe side. Get away from those windows, get to a bathroom or a closet. Again, Matherville, just south of the line, but close enough. Again, you want to go ahead and get to that safe place. Again, if you are on, let's say, some of these county roads here, just to kind of give you a different perspective of what I'm looking at, you want to go ahead and get to your safe place if you're around 617. Again, Langsdale mentioned that. Around County Road 610, go ahead and get to your safe place. You want to get to your safe place if you're around County Road 624. Also, if you are up and down 510, anywhere from Matherville to, let's say, around Green Hill Church. You want to go ahead and get to your safe place, okay? Get to that safe place because this could very well clip you. It's moving north and east out of Wayne County. County Road looks to be 624. Get to your safe place. Same deal for 627. I know it extends quite far there, 627, but if that seems like it, if it rings a bell to you, if you're near 624 and 627, that's a good area intersection where you need to be in your safe place because, again, we're dealing with some very dangerous conditions here with the system coming out of the Wayne County area that recently impacted areas around Hawani, crossover 45, and this could very well push into the Clark County area. Again, that's what we're watching right about there, and again, it's moving towards the north and east. So you see here we do have a new warning that is in place for now Choctaw County, again, because this is going to continue to push towards the east, but with that being said, even though, again, Clark County has been kind of excluded from the little bit of the corner there, again, it's going to have to cross over a little of Clark County to get to the Choctaw County area. So again, Choctaw County, we have a new warning here, including Melvin, Water Valley, over towards Needham. You're in this one. The first one you missed if you were in Needham. Now you're in this polygon over towards Red Springs, over towards just near Butler, but Butler is kind of in between the two cells we were watching. So if you're in Butler, you're in the clear from this one as well, at least for now. You're not in the polygon. Thornton Springs, you are in the polygon. And Gilbertown, you are in this polygon. But again, this warning goes until 9:15. It's new. It's an update. And it is for this very dangerous cell that is, again, tornado warned. At one point, it had signs of debris, meaning that it was creating some damage. And this one is kind of moving north and east, and it could very well clip a good portion of that southeastern tier of Clark County before pushing into the Choctaw County area. So let me zoom into this Clark County area and give more of these county roads because, again, it's going to clip parts of Clark County. I don't want you to be caught off guard. Okay, if you're around the Langsdale area, get to your safe place. If you're in Matherville, if you're not already, get to your safe place. This is a dangerous storm. You want to be away from those windows. You want to make sure all the kids, all the family members are in that centermost portion of your home, that lowest level. Again, you want to go ahead and get to that place of safety. Grab the bicycle helmets, put on. You also want to make sure that you put on some gym shoes or some hard-soled shoes. If you're around that County Road 630 area, you want to go ahead and get to that safe place. And I'm going to try to get a little tighter, see if we have any more county roads here that are located within this area, east of Langsdale. So County Road 637, you're in the path of this. This could very well clip you as it's moving towards the Choctaw County area. So go ahead and get to your safe place. Same deal for County Road 620. County Road 620, again, as mentioned, get to that safe place, 636. If this rings a bell, if this sounds familiar, County Road 621, again, east of Langsdale, you want to be in that place of safety. You want to be away from windows. You want to have your phone charged up and bring it with you to your safe place so that you can continue to watch the programming here via our social media. And again, I'll give you the all clear when you are going to be out of danger. But for right now, southeastern Clark County, you very much so are in danger from this cell as we're watching it cross over out of Wayne County. It could clip a portion of Clark County and then push into the Choctaw County area, which you see here. And the National Weather Service has extended that warning into the Choctaw County area. So first up, Melvin. If you're in Melvin in Choctaw County, this is going to be headed your way again shortly. Again, there's the warning. Not a warning for parts of southeastern Clark County, but that's okay. Okay, I'm here to let you know you need to be in a safe place. Go ahead and get to that place of safety if you are in southeastern Clark County. Again, I want to go over those county roads one more time because, again, this storm is going to make its way kind of crossing over that Clark County area, okay, east of Langsdale. Okay, County Road 620, can't stress it enough. Get to your safe place even though you're not under a warning. County Road 627, same scenario. County Road 637, same deal for you. If you're located east of Langsdale and you recognize any of these county roads, if this is where you live, family members live, give them a heads up. Hey, you may not be under a warning, but we got a storm coming out of Wayne County. It may very well clip a part of southeastern Clark County, and you all could be, in danger. So again, give them a heads up to get to that place of safety away from windows, bathroom, closet. County Road 620, same scenario, okay? I'm going to recenter a bit. give you an idea of what I'm watching, see an updated scan, see what we have here. And again, this is what we're watching, this area of rotation. Waiting for that scan to update. Matherville. If you have friends or family in Matherville, please tell them to get to that safe place. This storm more than likely is already on top of this area. And we're looking at the latest scan. Let me zoom out, see what we have here, and give you the latest on what to expect. So again, here's a look at the latest information. I am going to kind of give you a different perspective. Okay, we're looking at two different radars. This is coming from the Jackson radar site. Okay, here's a look at the area of rotation. This is in southeastern Clark County. Okay, that's where we have that area of rotation. This is a different perspective from a different radar view. Let me get that view out your way. This is from the Mobile radar again, but this is in southeastern Clark County. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a zoomed in view of the areas that need to be in the safe place. Even though you're not under a warning, you are in the path of this storm as it's crossing out of Wayne County. Okay, so again, if you recognize any of these roads, County Road looks to be 630 as it moves into Melvin. Get to your safe place right now in Clark County. You are in the path of this dangerous storm that's coming out of Wayne County. Okay, Hurricane Road, this is in Choctaw County, but you need to be in your safe place, all right? You are under the gun. This storm is headed your way. If you're around the Horn area in southeastern Clark County, you need to be in your safe place. You have the worst of the storm that is not, if it's not on you already, is going to be at your area shortly. I'm looking at a different perspective of the radar here. Get it back towards Jackson. Okay, this is Jackson radar is indicating the tightest rotation is right about here, kind of just south of Horn. All right, just south of 630. But again, pushing north and east. So it's going to be pushing towards, again, Melvin. It's going to be headed your way. I do want to give you a zoom here of some of these areas that could be under the gun in Clark County. Again, it's just south of 630. 636, the storm is on top of you. Okay, get to your safe place right now if you're on County Road 636. All right, get to that safe place immediately. 637, the storm is right on top of you as it's crossing across a little bit of Clark County and it's going to be moving into the Choctaw County area. All right, so I want to recenter a little bit, give you a better perspective, what we're looking at here. And again, there's the area of rotation, pushing through parts of southeastern Clark County. See where the warning polygon picks up. Again, this is in Choctaw County, okay? But it's just like this. This is the area in Clark County, this little area here. You need to be in that safe place if you're not already, because it's crossing through southeastern Clark and then heads up for places like Okatapa, around the Evansboro area, I should say, Melvin, right on top of you here shortly. And I'm going to give an updated timeline here for where this is going. And I want to give you the latest in terms of its speed as well. So let me step off screen. Again, it's moving away from Wayne County now. Let me see how fast this is currently going as it pushes into the Choctaw County area. Okay, so, Mobile is continuing this warning. It is moving north and east. We have one still around Pennington that we're going to take a look at as well. That one is moving at 50 miles per hour. This one here coming out of the southeastern Clark County area and Wayne County area. This one is moving east roughly at about 35 miles per hour. So let me update the speed on this. And again, this is being deemed a confirmed tornado because, again, it was showing signs of debris being lofted in the air a little earlier. So let's go ahead and look at that one. And then I'll give you the one that's in the northern portions of Choctaw County, okay? So the first one we're going to look at is the one that's crossing over the southeastern tier of Choctaw County. Clark County. And then we're going to go ahead and give you the latest on the other warning that we're watching. But again, here's the latest on this one here. It is pushing out of southeastern Clark County. We'll follow the polygon. Again, Butler, you're not in this right now. So we'll go ahead and give you that latest information. So Melvin here within the next 5 minutes, okay? So again, if you're in Melvin, you want to be in your safe place. Needham You want to go ahead and get to your safe place. It's going to be towards you as we head towards that 840, 841 time frame, eventually over towards Red Springs as we head towards 849. And then eventually, if it can hold together, it'll move towards Slater as we head towards 904, okay? Red Springs, you're within the polygon, roughly about 849, closer to, let's say, 850 or so. Again, make sure you are in that safe place. You want to get to that lowest level of your home, bathroom, closet, basement, if you have one, storm shelter preferred. Moving out of southeastern Clark County, okay, and moving into the Choctaw County area. We have another one that we're watching as well, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a perspective of that. Let me clear this really quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at this new one that we're watching. Again, the last little bit in terms of what's happening with this, it is now basically making its way out of northeastern Choctaw County, but the warning still goes until roughly 8:30. It's 8:23. It's crossing over the river. And again, here's a closer view here. Looks like we have a little rotation right about there. And again, it's moving away. So a little bit of a closer view area sitting on top of it. Let's see, it's on top of, it looks to be the Oak Chia area. And hopefully you're in your safe place, Edna Road as well. But that is gradually making its way across the river. And it's going to be out of your area, getting you all ready for the all clear here shortly. But again, for right now, if you're in Oak Chia, you need to stay in that safe place. As again, the storm still is warned in your area, but now the focus is really more so on this new area that we have that's coming out of Wayne County. Again, clipped a little bit of Clark County, and now it is into Choctaw County. So now the southern tier of Choctaw County is unfortunately dealing with severe weather. Just a broader perspective, I want to put it in a different way so you can kind of see the warnings from a different view. Again, we have the one warning that's about to expire as the storm moves across the river. We have another one here in Choctaw County that's new. That's going to be the one that lasts through 9:15. The one in Wayne County will be set to expire here shortly. And we have a series of flash flood alerts that are in place. Let's look at the radar. Again, very active on the radar at this time. And you see we have still numerous showers and thunderstorms, although things are winding down from west to east. Cold front, though, has yet to cross the area. So until that happens, we can't completely be in the clear. But a lot of the storm energy that helps support these thunderstorms reaching that severe threshold is mainly south of that I-20 corridor. So I think if you're in Kemper County and Neshoba County, I don't think you have any issues in terms of what's happening regarding severe weather going forward for the night. But again, looking at the setup here, this is a view at about 10 o'clock. And we could have still, again, some areas dealing with some rain. I think our severe threat kind of winds down by then. Maybe still a little rough, though, for Choctaw County. But then as we go towards midnight and beyond, again, we get behind that cold front, and the weather looks a lot better heading into your Thursday. We'll start the morning with some clouds, but we should tap into a little more sunshine by later in the day. Here's an updated look at some of the rainfall estimates since yesterday, and you see some spots, including Meridian, has approached that 2-inch territory or getting close. So as far as the latest tornado watch, as mentioned, if you're in Kemper and Neshoba County, you're not really in store for anything severe going forward, although you may have rain. And Lauderdale now is out of the watch. Same deal for Newton and Scott County. Same deal for Jasper and for Smith. So once we get past the last little bit of those storms that's currently pushing through Choctaw more so, and a little bit of Sumter, and a few still holding on around Wayne County, I think things will start to wind down here as well. But for now, we still have parts of our area that still sit under that tornado watch, and that goes until 10 o'clock. So again, we have a lot to keep our eyes on. We'll continue to keep our eye out on the latest for any updates regarding these warnings. Again, this warning in the Wayne County area, for the most part, I believe has shifted into Choctaw County. So again, here's a look at the setup here. You see this warning is blinking, so let me see what the latest is on that from the National Weather Service. But again, Choctaw County, you've had somewhat of a rough day today. You've had a series of alerts, and I want to give you the latest on what's happening with this newest one. So Okay, the one that we're watching that's coming out of Wayne and a little bit of Clark County that's now pushed into Choctaw County, looks like the circulation is broadening out a bit, but the warning continues a little while longer. Okay. So this one will continue, and this will go, as mentioned, until about that 9:15 time frame. But the one that was in the northern part of Choctaw County is basically weakened, so I believe they're going to allow that to expire. So again, that's the latest. This warning will continue, but it changes to the velocity, which allows me to look inside the storm. And we're going to kind of zoom in a bit to kind of get a better perspective of what we're tracking now. So if you were in Clark County, again, you're now in the clear again. So southeast interior of Clark County, you're in the clear. We're now watching more so this setup here as we monitor the system as it is now more so impacting the Choctaw County area. So as you see Needham, you still sit under this warning. Again, a little harder to detect since we're farther away from either radar site, meaning the one in Jackson and the one that's down in Mobile. But the circulation is roughly right around this area here. And again, it's broadening out a bit, pushing towards portions of 17. And again, you want to stay put, you want to stay inside this particular cell or this particular cluster of storms. Well, they're still packing a punch. Frequent lightning affiliated with this, very heavy rainfall as well, blinding if we should see rotation there. It's going to be hard for you to note anything regarding that. So again, as we look at the correlation coefficient, at one point it was very easy to see what was happening in terms of, let's say, debris being lofted in the air. Well, this is just kind of not the case now. You do see a little bit of a light up there, but it's just not really where the circulation is in terms of the velocity. So that's not impressive. So again, we're looking at just kind of an elongation of their rotation. And I'm going to check to my phone to kind of get an idea of what's happening from a different perspective. And again, even on my phone, it doesn't really look all that impressive in Choctaw County in terms of the rotation affiliated with this. So very strong winds, though, I will tell you that. Very strong winds. Again, these deep shades of red, again, indicating some stronger winds for sure, and you want to make sure that you are kind of staying in the house. You're probably hearing the windows rattle a bit. I'm going to look at some of these storm reports, see what we have here in terms of a synopsis for the day, and then we'll take it back to the latest with this warning that is in Choctaw County. Let's see if we can get those reports in, see what we have, and let's see what we got there. So we do have several areas that have reports. You have some reports coming in out of the Smith County area. For our neck of the woods, I don't really see too much more in our area thus far. Again, this is still early in the evening. The report down towards, I believe Columbia, where there was a report, actually a visualization of a tornado from our sister station's camera, WDAM. They could see the tornado from their sky cam, so I believe that's what that's affiliated with. But let's look at the info with this coming out of the Smith County area and see what the latest is for that. Let's see what this report is. And this report, let's see if it can give me any information. Okay. We got two here. One is coming, both out of Smith County. One is coming out of Mize. This is saying a tree down around County Road 79. And we have another one coming out of the Center Ridge area. And that one is saying, again, trees down around that County Road 90 location. So, again, that's what we have so far. Again, there's various reports of trees that are down. We'll go back to the velocity and look at the cell. Excuse me, that is in the Choctaw County area. Let me get a little bit closer here, and we'll take a look at this latest warning. Again, I don't want to neglect that, but again, the rotation that was once very evident, and this system also had history of producing damage based on at least radar. We saw some debris being detected with our debris detector. Now, very broad circulation, at least based on what we could see, and we're farther away from the radar. But again, very strong winds around Needham, Gilbertown. We'll get a little bit of a closer view here. And again, if you're in the Needham area, you do want to be in your safe place. I do say that. Jackson Spur, you want to be in your safe place as well. And even if you're around that Highway 17 corridor or even around Toxie, not a good time to travel, good time to stay inside. Again, get to that lowest level of your home. You want to get away from those windows as, again, the area that we were watching and that we are watching, it's kind of shifting towards you. And if you're down towards Pleasant Hill Road, you're also under the gun for possible impacts from this system. But again, The area of rotation is kind of south of the Needham Road area and the town of Needham, and it's going to continue to move north and east. So Jackson Spur, you do need to be in your safe place, as what's left of this storm system, or should I say what's left of the previously very distinct rotation, is kind of shifting your way, and it should cross over 17, heads up for the Pleasant Hill Road area, and then Red Springs will continue to monitor this for you as well, as you are in the polygon, and it could potentially make its way towards your neck of the woods. So as I look here, there may be an update. Again, the rotation is weakening a bit, so maybe they have allowed that warning to expire. Let's see what they said. All right, it looks like that warning, because of the weaker signature that we saw with that system coming out of Wayne and a little bit of Clark County, it looks like all of the warnings, tornado warnings, have been allowed to expire. Again, very elongated, still some very strong winds for you. You want to stay inside and let that storm pass, but generally speaking, we're looking at, again, more so just a bunch of thunderstorms with some very heavy rain, and flooding going forward will be the issue that we'll have to deal with, at least for the next hour or so, maybe two. And as you see, we're looking at better weather eventually, as the clearing line is just off to our west, moving, let's say, just east of Jackson, and it'll filter in as we go through time. But right now, all of the tornado warnings are over with. The entire area is in the clear from tornado warnings, but we still have that tornado watch, as mentioned, that's in place, and that goes until 10 o'clock. Last look at it, Sumter, you're still under the watch. Same deal for Choctaw County and Clark County, and again, that goes until 10. Make sure you stay up to date with social media. We'll keep you posted there, also via our weather app. And if you have any photos to submit, you can do it via our weather app or via our website, WTOK.com. Please make sure that you join us tonight, beginning at 10, for our latest and next newscast. And again, that's 10 o'clock tonight. You get the latest on news, weather, and sports. Stay safe tonight. Have a good one.